Darkpress presents Speak of the Devil, a laid-back magical chat with Adam and Darian Darkly.
Greetings, Darklings. I'm Adam.
And I'm Darian. I've heard it said that not all pagans are witches, but all witches are pagan. Because not all pagans practice magic, but virtually all witches do work with gods of one ancient culture or another. This sentiment is not entirely true, because some witches consider themselves to be members of a religion that doesn't consider itself pagan, and some witches consider themselves atheists. Yes, there are atheist witches. This show is going to be predominantly for those who do work with gods. Adam, would you like to start our discussion with some advice for people just beginning to work with gods in their practice?
Sure. For those just beginning their magical path, I recommend focusing first on your purpose for embarking in the occult. Do you desire to master yourself or embrace your power? To wield power over worldly events, bind a foe, or ensorcel a lover? Do you simply have a thirst for wisdom and to seek truth in the arts? Next, once you know your very reason for treading the crooked path, you will want to make friends in high and low places, particularly those gods and devils whose domain and power align with your goals. Research them, read of them and of their origin myths. Then entreat them as you would a house guest, creating a space of their very own, adorned with items they love or connected to their myth. Evoke them and ask for their power and aid in your works. And third, I always recommend students to keep it simple, to not overthink the work or themselves, to set strong boundaries with spirits and powers you summon. Stand firm in your power and authority. Command them with conviction.
It's good stuff. I would say research. Know the gods you choose to work with. Some gods are cantankerous or downright cruel. If you choose to work primarily with a dark god, don't be surprised if depression sets in. If you do work with a dark god, I'd advise balancing their influence with that of a god who is equally light and kind. No, you don't have to choose a patron god or matron goddess for life. And this is very important to realize. A lot of people starting out on their path in witchcraft feel like you have to choose a god and goddess that you're going to always work with for the rest of your days. It is okay to grow in new directions and work with different gods. I actually like the Wiccan approach when casting a spell for love, calling on all of the gods from various mythos who specialize in love. But this can, however, border on cultural appropriation. And so we encourage our students to approach every god in a way that honors the culture that god comes from. Approach Greek gods in the fashion ancient Greeks would have, utilizing herbs or symbols that were known to be precious to them. Sometimes you can utilize images of the animals that were known to be personal to those gods. Research. And some gods have special rules. Do not offer wine to Zeus after dark. When honoring the gods of Mount Olympus, Hestia is honored first by Zeus's decree. In similar manner, Ganesh or Ganesha holds the place of honor before all other gods of the Hindu pantheon. Some gods do not like each other and shouldn't be called upon at the same time. These are important things to know, as not to offend a deity that you're asking for assistance.
Tonight's burning question is, if you could be a god, what god would you be? How about you, Darian?
I've actually given this a lot of thought, and if I could be the god of anything, I think this would give me the largest cult of any god. I would be the god of satisfaction. How about you?
I think I would be the god of either joy or laughter.
That's awesome. That would get you a lot of followers too. Mm-hmm. A lot of likes and subscribes. Speaking of, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we do thank you for your patronage, and ask that you would share us with your friends. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Next week's episode is called Pick a Path. We will discuss various popular witchcraft traditions and their differences, and whether or not it's necessary to dedicate yourself to a particular path.
Don't miss it.